Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new disc golf video. Today we're going to be doing a different video. I'm going to be doing a form breakdown video. We're going to be taking a look at my form, the good things about it, the bad things about it, and then we're going to be comparing it to a pro disc golfer, and we're going to be seeing kind of how my form compares to theirs. So we're going to start out, we're going to watch this clip of me throwing. I feel like this angle and the power in which I'm throwing kind of displays my form the best. So we'll go ahead and watch this and then I'll break it down. All right, so this throw went probably around 415 to 425 feet for maybe some reference. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with how I line up. I'm lining up chest facing the target, simple. Then I step forward, plant, and then here is kind of where my form starts, I guess. So this is where the X step is, and one thing that I really would like to practice, but it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I could improve on it, is my left foot there, I could move it more in front of in my X step. So kind of the foot that I'm trying to tuck behind the other foot, where you can see that kind of dot on the screen, the foot right on that dot, it could go towards the front of the tee pad a little bit more. And then having that hand on the disc, my other hand on the disc isn't unusual. I think other players have that as well. Then I come down, plant, and rip through. So, okay, so we're starting here. I got my front foot down, and then I'm going to do my X step, kind of an X hop right there. So X, boom, I'm kind of up, and then I bring that foot right back down. Then I plant right as, my foot plants right as I have the disc back. It's still back, but I haven't ripped through yet. So it's level, right where I want it to be in my chest. It's level, and I'm about to pull through. So that's the good thing. That's why when I reach the disc down, it doesn't affect it that much, because I can rip it down, then move it to the power pocket, and then as my toe is on the ground and as more of my foot starts to plant, then I rip through, boom. So I still have it right here, ready to pull through. Rest of the foot plants, I pull through. Right there, as you can see, the other arm is tucked in, which is good. That's what you want. And then I rip through on a hyzer flip, release. The follow through is good, and then I finish. The follow through kind of stays on the track of the disc. Now, we'll talk about some of the strengths here. I think one of the things I want to work on here is I have the disc here, which, as I said, isn't necessarily a horrible thing, but if I were to kind of reach it from here, reach it back, straighter back, and as you can see, my arm kind of goes up to pull through. Maybe I could just reach straighter back and then pull through to have a more direct line. And boom, we power through the shot, follow through. I really have a good whip when I throw. It's not just like a straight, it's kind of like a whip motion, which is good. Right as the foot plants, and then good follow through. So what I want to work on is having a better reach back, kind of having that X step, move that back foot on the X step a little bit closer to the front of the tee pad, really rip back. And one of the things I would like to do is get my hips a little bit more into it. I've been trying to work on that recently, actually, is rotate my hips back a little bit more and then just burst through with a lot of power. That's really what I kind of want to practice, is get that when I'm coming through, get right here when I need to get the hips a little bit more turned, and then when I plant and I have it here, pull through. My hips have good motion there, but I could get them a little bit facing a little bit back, get that head turned a little bit more perpendicular, and then rip through. Overall, there are some minor things I want to work on, but overall, I'm decently happy with the form right now. We're going to go ahead and compare it to James Conrad's form, and then we'll move on from there. All right, guys, so we're on to kind of the form comparison with James Conrad here. I have a side-by-side. I have my throw that we just kind of broke down, and I have James Conrad's throw from the USDGC. I chose this throw in particular because it has kind of the same camera angle, and I've lined it up to where we've released at the exact same time. So I've slowed it down in editing to where it's going to have a little bit more slow motion as we're about to throw, but we're going to go ahead and watch it full speed so you guys can see it. All right, so first thing, obviously we're both throwing power shots, highs or flip shots, so that's one thing. The next thing is he gets a longer run up than me, so as you can see, he'll start his run up, and my leg just moves right now, and he's already in full stride, but we start the run up. What you really want to line up is the X step, so my front foot, his front foot is down, mine is down. Our legs are coming in at the exact same time, one knee closing into the other knee. Now look. Pause right there. Look how far his leg goes in front of his other foot. Even farther. Look at that. Look at his leg right there. Compared to mine, I have a hop. He has that. He's more straight up. And look at where he's holding the disc. His disc is almost by his head. Mine is by my waist. So that allows James to pull straight back. But look, as he bends his arm, we have similar spots. Our front feet are both down. Boom. We rip through, follow through is similar. But as he comes through, look at where his head is and look at where my head is. The other arm that doesn't have the disc is very similar, almost identical. It actually is pretty identical. And then the follow through is very similar as well. But the one thing that James does that I want to work on is when I'm coming through is the main thing is that foot. If I can get that foot a little bit farther back, I think I'll be able to generate a bit more power. And then I would like to try just kind of having the disc higher up. Maybe that would help my form a little bit, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's comfortable to me. And then look, I mean, we reach back, pull through at the same time. So I do have some bad things that I would like to fix, especially that foot and the most part, the hips reaching back, you know. But for the most part, it works. So if you guys have any form tips for me, let me know in the comment section down below. I am not a form expert. I do know some things about it, but I'm not a form expert. So I would definitely could use some guidance as to how you guys would recommend fixing some of the mistakes in my form. But yeah, I wanted to make this video because I thought it would be really interesting. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while now, and I'll keep on practicing, you know, to improve it. But overall, I found a lot of encouraging things in this video. I thought my form would be completely different than a pro, but there are a lot of similarities. But there are slight differences that if I can work on tweaking, hopefully I can have a more fundamentally sound form. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys did enjoy watching it, if you want more kind of breakdown videos like this, let me know. The next video should be a special video, so make sure you guys are subscribed and notifications turned on for that. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.